Hey Fire Peeps, it's Melanie Florence from Miss Melly Flo's Vibe Life. I am here to do the weekly hot tea for the fire people. So this would be if you have a lot of fire in your charts. I'm Capricorn, but I have 6 elements of fire in the back of my chart, so I relate to the fire peeps. This is also about your spiritual body, so you can read these a different way. I see everything as, because this is how the tarot cards are broken up, they're seen as cups, our emotional life, our water, our fire being our spirit, our passion, our drive, our faith, fire, air being our communication and our thoughts and our meditations, anxieties, fears, and earth being our practical and pragmatic and what we do on a practical level. So you can look at them that way if you like, because that's sort of how I break them up. So elemental, I do a few different sorts of readings. So if you check it out, I've got a few. I'm doing some for partnerships and love and self-love and abundance and stuff. So this one, the weekly hot tea weekly. So I decided last week that I'm going to use a different deck to my normal deck. I use the Greenwood. I've been reading it for 25 years. This week I'm going to just throw it a different way. I got this deck called the Archetypes deck. Another reader was using it. I really like it. It took a while for me to actually sort of get it, so I still don't get it, but I like it. So we're going to do it. We're going to work it out. And I'm going to throw a few different cards from different decks like I normally would. And Buddy's going to stand out the door and he's going to meow, because if I put him in here, he's all over this, right? So, poor water signs the other week, the water people, they got Buddy's bum. They did. Alright, so I'm going to use the Earth Magic cards first. Earth Magic, let's see what we got. Earth Magic Oracle cards. Alright, flip them around. Let's see what we got. Nobody. That's a forever. Here we go. A vision quest. Alright, the desert. So it's out there, and we take our ride out there in the desert, and we're thinking about it. It's a nice hot sort of element. So we're really sort of talking about a fire element inside of this. But it's just a searching and a searching and a seeking, and I think it's sort of when we take out the water of that, it's removing the emotions from it on that vision quest. So this is a time to step outside and take a wander, bit of a walkabout. If you're an Aussie, that's a bit of a walkabout sort of card. All right, and I am going to give us one from the what is this, Heart and Soul deck. One. I'm going to give you the top one of that. Every relationship goes through changes, but this does not mean that the love has gone. Let this be a time of reflection. Some adjustments may be needed. Perhaps a new purpose needs to be discovered. It may feel cold and lonely, but beneath the surface, the earth is warming, and there is a promise for spring. In the meantime, express how you feel, gently, lovingly, and honestly. Let yourselves be vulnerable and hold each other tight. Okay. That's hugs. That's hugs when you're going through this quest. This is hugs in a bad time. Spend a bit of time. It doesn't have to be about progression and moving forward. Sometimes we stay in the same place and we still are able to have a vision quest and we're able to connect. And sometimes it's not easy, but we hold on and we connect. Hugs. Let's hug something going to come in the spring. Okay, and I got the Work Your Light deck out here as well. Work Your Light. Let's get it out. Okay, so it's really nice deck. It's nice and light, different sort of energies. I like things that are hot from old kingdoms. I like to explore a bit of ancient stuff, and this has got a bit of ancient stuff in it. Alright, let's see what we got for the fire peeps. That card is out. Keepers of the earth, you are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. Alright, look at that. Angels, guardian angels. There's a protection there. You can see the protection, you can see the spear. Like, keeper of the earth. You're protected. Alright, so your ancients are protecting you through this vision quest and through this dark time and in this warmth. So they're there to give you a bit of a hug too. Alright, you've got ancient, your elders. And we all come from something. There's a lot of people who got to you. A lot of people to get to you. Alright, what I am going to do is do the reading with the archetypes, and then I'm going to see if we need to clarify with my Grimwood. I've just got it sitting there waiting just in case. Alright, so I'm going to turn it down so you can see. So I'm going to do the same thing as I've been doing in these other readings, because I sort of built this. These came to me when I was starting this. This is not the normal reading I've done. It's not what I do for personal readings. So this reading is 5 cards for how we got here, 4 cards for our healing element, 3 cards for our how we brought it into the practical world, how that's going to be an effect, and 2 cards for our partnership, and 1 card for our self-love. Self-love comes to you. All right, so we're going to do this. It's a bit different. This deck's different. All right, so there's one. So what do we got? So we've got a mask. So you might be feeling that you've had to put a mask on and that we're playing 2 sides. You know, this year has been a mask. It's of what we have behind ourselves, what we're hiding, what we're keeping in the dark, what we're exploring. So that it might be that you're revealing, or you feel like you've had a mask on and you're coming out of that. All right, so let's see. This is good. Oh, the kiss. See these hugs, these kisses in the background. Like, so this is a kiss. This is a gentle, like a moment forward, and the universe is there for you in this time. So we've got a lot of revealing from the dark, like a new, coming out of a new moon. Okay. Ooh. Okay, the cave. So we know this is a bit of hermit spot in here. We've got 2 lots of hands and they're holding in here. So we've got hugs and hands and holding and prayers. And so inside of this spot, we're taking a little bit of time to retreat. We've gone through a hermit phase that's been going on. And inside of this discovery, you might find that's what you've got going on. All right, bit of a hermit phase. Oh, I put these melts on from a friend of mine, gave them to me. She started her business. They're beautiful. Ooh, they smell great. Ooh, the comic and the clown. Alright, so this is sometimes about you putting on the comic. When we've had this mask, they sort of might go together, this mask and this clown, like, because this is about being jovial, I guess, and you know, really making light of a situation. I think this is about, you know, really what's behind that mask. The clown is, the cat is sort of open-eyed, which is very interesting. This is a bit of a fool card, even though it's what, a 16? That's a 16. All right, one more for how we got here. Let's see how these build up. All right, so we're sort of being able to hold in. We've got our masks that we're sort of hiding, or we're releasing ourselves from, and the duality of that. Our light and our dark, exploring. The kiss and the cave and holding in there sort of thing. And then we've got this, the comic, and I guess that's even in the face of tears perhaps, playing the clown. And so there's an offering. Alright, so there's an offering. So this arm is outreached at this point. So there's an offering in the new moon. Maybe, again, we've got this here and here connected together. So there's an offering here in this cosmic light together with this mask and stuff. You can see how these cards connect. They're really interesting. I think this is a really interesting deck. Okay, so the offering. So there's going to be something. You feel like you've been giving something that you've been offering, or there's an offering from the universe coming to you. And that's how we've got here. Okay, so what's the healing element? Ooh. Gnosis. Right, so this is sort of related to the Gnostic texts. So this is sort of a knowing, this is sort of a real connection to the cosmic I am. The Gnostics really did feel like that they concentrated on it. They were a shard of light from God. And we've got to be careful about, you know, how we treat that shard of light from God that we have inside of us, that we are all part of that divine. You know, so this Gnostic goes back to that knowing inside of you, that knowing and learning of the elements. You can see some elemental stuff inside of that. Okay, and there's a cycle. See the bird? See the bird flying around there? There's a cycle. There's a cycle of the mind. There's cogs. It's how we tick over. But this is on a very spiritual level. Okay. Yeah, and it's your evolution as well inside of that. That's your evolution as a spiritual being inside of that card. They look like little records. I love that they're little diamonds on top. Oh, just the one. Thanks. Okay, dead end. Okay, so this is a healing element. So you know what? There was a real statement that was made to me once upon a time that was like, once you know that you are digging yourself a hole, the first thing you need to do is stop digging. And we can see there's a stop inside of this. And so this is a stop acting, or stop going in the direction, stop pushing maybe. Maybe this is a break inside of here somewhere, but there's a bit of a dead end inside of that. But this is a healing element. So I think this is in your cave, and it's got to do with a kiss. So somewhere in here, there's been a bit of a dead end. There's been a bit of a stop, and it's actually a healing element for you. All right, 2 more cards. Might be the end of a job, might be the end of a relationship. And then we've got the prayer. All right, so we've got prayer here, the keepers of the earth. We go back to your ancestors and respecting your ancestors in this card. You are not alone. Your ancient ancestors stand beside you. All right, fire people, you are not alone in this. And it's time maybe for a little bit of ritual in your life. Like, you know, it's time for us all to maybe think a little bit deeper. And there's deeper stuff going on here. You've been, you know, playing a jovial role in here. Like, but it feels like this is turning over and you feel like there's dead ends, and then you're looking to turn to something a little bit more spiritual in your life in here. All right. Prayer. We've got your guardian angels in. This is great. All right. And the mirror. Okay. So obviously this is a time of reflection, and we see a full moon inside of this. So maybe you'll find that at the full moon this month that there's a reflection cycle inside of this for you. So this is a moment where you step and you have a look at yourself under the light of the moon, but you remove. It's a hanging space to look back at where you've come from and how you got to here, and really take a reflection on your life and take stock of yourself. So this mirror sometimes is about a person reflecting your personality back at you, but quite often it's about looking back at yourself with a different perspective for a moment and having a glance at that. What you're wishing for, what you want, what the offering is. Maybe you need to give an offering out there somewhere. All right, so we've got 3. So what do we do with this in our practical world? Where is this dead end going to take us? Where is this evolution going to take us? Where is this prayer? We've got a real balance here. We're sort of praying, but we've got a dead end. We're praying, but we're looking back at ourselves. Yeah, this is really interesting. Okay, so 3 more cards. Let's go. 3 more cards. So we've got the ring. All right. Well, this is potential. The ring, it's never ending. This is a never ending loop. And if we're talking about love, then, you know, this dead end may be clearing. There's this prayer that you're making, this mirrored reflection of yourself, this place, this healing that you're going through might actually be leading you somewhere. Sometimes when we think we're going nowhere, we're going somewhere, right? You know, we stop digging that hole so we can, you know, then look at something else. Look at this, the ring. That's a promise. That's a hope coming your way. Oh, that's good. All right, another 2. Practical out into the world. How do we play this to the world? Oh, there they are. Look at that. A hunter. All right, so that's taking it on. And the animal. All right, you're both. You're the hunter and the hunted. This is like taking on your primal. This is really taking on the world at a really primal level, and this is really taking it on and gaining what you want, moving into the light, moving into that space. So these 2 things are really driven, but one of them is just like, I am driven by my nature. This is, I am driven to do it by my life. And also nature. They're together. Wow. The cycle. That's a cycle. With the ring. This is amazing. All right. 2 more. 2 cards for your relationships. Partnerships, relationships, not just lovers. This may be family. This is actually how we're going to approach partnerships. All right. 2. And there's 2. The medallion. All right, so the medallion, these are things within reach. These are goals. This is something's going to come. There's, you know, this is winning the goal. This is the medal. This is how we get it. This is, you know, this is good things coming, and it's all within reach. Look at that. All right, the medallion. So you have friends and family, and friends, it's going to be treating it like, you know, that you were rewarded. And there's this womb. So this is a new spot. This is a new spot to grow from. Wow. This is a very healthy, fertile, like place to grow from on your spiritual level. This is excellent. All right, partnerships. Can you believe that? I put that all one little spot too far. Oh, can I move the desk? I can move the desk. Give me a second. My whole music. All right, so 1 more to go. Can I fit it in there? Let's go. Excuse me while I move you out. You're on a thing. You're on a thing, and I'll just move you. See? Alright, so one more for our self-love. Alright, fire peeps, thank you for staying so long. Alright, got school going on outside. So, here, the forest. So we've gone from the desert to the forest. So this is still a vision quest. And this is really, you know, keeping your mark. You've got your map there. Everything's going on. School pickups going on outside, which is excellent. Got a horn beeping and yelling going on. All right, but this is searching through your forest. You know, from our, you know, we're always guided by our ancestors through the forest. We're always, and this is finding your path. And this is an adventure. This is really, you know, for me, that's an adventure card. So we've got our desert and our desert and our fertile forest. So we're going to go from one spot to another inside of this. All right, this is a real hug you and hold you tight card. I'm going to read it one more time for you. All right, bring this up. All right. Sorry. Every relationship goes through changes, but this does not mean that the love is gone. Let this be a time of reflection. Some adjustments may be needed. Perhaps a new purpose needs to be discovered. It may feel cold and lonely, but beneath the surface, the earth is warming to this promise of spring in the meantime. Express how you feel, gently, lovingly, and honestly. Let yourselves be vulnerable and hold on to each other tight. Hold on to each other tight. All right, sweet. Perfect. All right, what a great week. All right, there's a lot of challenges in this, and it feels like you might feel that it's a bit of a dead end, but it's not. You can see that it's carrying on. Carry on the hunt. It carries on. There's a promise, and there's a ring inside of here, and a medallion. There's a lot going on. So you're connected to the thread. That card is also out. That's really interesting. I hope you got something from that. Please, in the comments, I would love to hear from you if you resonate with that. And hit like and subscribe. It's been an interesting couple of weeks with big full moon and Halloween and stuff. I hope that this week finds you happy, healthy, and well. Thanks.